once again, this is Cindy Harrison, your resident artist at Paint with Heart Studios. Welcome to the Zoom room. And today we are working on, I think, our fourth ornament of our Ornament 2016 Ornament Collection series. And I would like to introduce you to my bestie, Melissa Reyes.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming to Paint with Heart with Cindy Harrison and myself, Melissa Reyes. I go by Ms. Meliz on social media. I'm from Southern California. I love to learn about art, and I'm so happy that you're here. So let's go.
Thank you. Okay, so like I said, this week we're working on yet another ornament, and this week it's going to be a key ornament. And we're doing a winter landscape. I call it Winter Wonderland. And the bonus is going to be a luminary. So this has a coat of the multi-purpose Sailor plus Deep Midnight Blue. So as one coat. And then I sanded it and then went back with just the Deep Midnight Blue and put a second coat of just that on, okay? That prepared my surface. Traced it on with my traced line drawing and some white graphite. And now we're ready to go. I said warm white because it's not as bright as a snow white color is. It has a little warmer tone to it. But if all you have is snow white, by all means use that. If it's too bright for you, mix just a little titch of the Deep Midnight Blue to it, and you'll tone it down some. So put some out on your plate. If you have a number 4 round brush, what we're going to do is do a wash, and a wash is a very thin paint. So when you go and pick up some paint, have water in your brush, and I'm going to thin down my paint. And if you need to see how thin it is, look at that. You can, it's very watery. And I'm going to pick up some of that, tap it on my paper towel to get the water out, and then go right over this. So it's there, but it's not there. Put this off so it doesn't travel and get me in trouble. Now we can go over to the church, and we can actually get the water out of your brush. And this time you're going to pick up the paint and you're going to use it straight paint, no water. And I'm just going to paint the building white, but I'm going to paint, we'll leave the roof, the Deep Midnight Blue, because I don't believe I put any black on your, I didn't put any black on the palette, right? Did I?
You pretty much just put white and blue.
That's what I thought. If you have black and you want to paint your roof black, go right ahead. We'll leave it. I wanted to keep this really a two-tone painting.
Awesome.
Trying to minimalize the numbers of bottles of paint people have to buy. Not like, you know, you look at Helene and she's got tons back.
I know.
Yeah. So she pretty much has every color that the paint company has put out.
Someone else I know is like that.
Yeah. I had every bottle of paint that 2 paint companies put out at one time.
I'm using too big of a brush for this.
You might, but you know, as long as you stay within the guidelines. Did you have a good interview this morning, though, you said?
Oh, yeah, it was really nice. I interviewed this guy, Lou Redman, and this young guy that quit his job and changed his lifestyle and is, doing volunteer work around the world and thinking he invented that.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's so exciting to talk to somebody with so much energy and excitement about, you know, being true to his passion. Tapping into what you're naturally interested in, because when you're doing something that you're happy, passionate about, bleeds over to every other aspect of your life. Your relationships are better, your actual work is better, you live healthier. So it's neat.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to add a little bit more paint to my moon.
Yeah. It was interesting hearing Lou talk about how he was actually addicted to living the fast life. He believed work hard, play hard.
Mm-hmm.
And but he just couldn't keep up with it anymore. And so, but he used to do the raves, the parties. He's got to be in his late 20s. And after college, just doing those parties and doing ecstasy.
Oh, yeah?
And loving the way that made him feel. But then when he realized if meditation and yoga and living the clean life also made him feel that same level of energy. So, completely changed his life. So it's a very interesting interview. He wrote a book and he's trying to get it off the floor.
Okie dokie. How we doing?
Fine. Your lines are so good, so straight, and mine just...
Okay. They're not straight. This one here, actually, I'm looking at it, is curved up.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better.
I could go back in and I can either add the blue to tone it down, bring the line down.
That's what I can do.
Like that. Or I could add the white to bring the line up. Either way. Okay. Not to get into the hard stuff right off, right out of the gate, as they say. However, no time like the present. So I'm going to pick up on the corner of my brush some white. I have a little bit of water in my brush, and I'm going to work it out to soften it so I get a nice gradation of color. Now, if this is a difficult step for some people, and I know that it is, take a clean brush, dip it in some clean water, take most of the water out, and then go over your area, wet down that area that you're going to work on. We're going to do the hills. We're going to do the snow hills. Okay, so if you pre-wet that area, then you go in with this. And I'm going to start right on the church and bring it down into that V. And it doesn't have to be straight, but bring that down. Can you see?
No, can you turn it a little side? There, the water's making a glare on it. Okay, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah. I did not see how you did that, but it looks good.
Okay, I'm going to show you again. Watch this. I worked it out on my palette over here. Okay. And pre-wet this area. And I don't want it too puddly, but I just want it damp. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
See how damp that is? So now I'm going to go to that line, start flat off the surface, and bring that down. I need more paint. I can start on the chisel down here and bring it up flat. And if it's a little rough at the top, it's not the end of the world. Just kind of wash it down. See?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same for over here on the, this time, instead of doing the white on the, we're not going to do it on the walkway. We're actually going to do it against the walkway. And if that's too white for you, you can hit it with your hand or your finger. Pre-wet the other side. I'm going to turn it upside down because that's easier for me. And not looking for a smooth outline here because it's snow. Snow does not go in a straight line unless you shovel it that way. You can bring it across and you can chisel this. Make sure when you dust it across, you're dusting it horizontal. Okay, so far that's what I have. Do you have the same thing?
Well, no, I get it though. It's working.
Okay.
Thanks for not using the term
Which term is that?
side load.
Oh, side load. I'm going to pick up some paint straight on my brush, and it's really, I'm not picking up a whole lot. Can you see? It's not really a whole lot. And I'm going to use the chisel. The chisel is that line. It's not broad, you know, like when you use a marker, one of those big expo markers, you have the broad and the chisel.
Mm.
I'm going to use a chisel, and I'm just going to kind of tap. Look at my walkway. I'm tapping the chisel back and forth. So it looks like, I don't know, can you see that? Dustings of snow. If you want to do some, actually, you know what? We'll use a liner brush. You can take a liner brush loaded with the paint, and you can kind of do little snow mounds here and there, and you can kind of make it a little thicker on the top of your hills. Do you see that? I'm kind of just pushing the snow along. So it's a little thicker in some areas than in others. And I did have a path back here, so if you want to put that path, where did I have it? About here. If you want to put that path back in, and then you could put snow on either side of that. Just dirtying it up a little bit. Flatten, if you flatten this in the white, you can get that chisel with that liner brush, you can get the chisel too. And then you can tap that into the the road over there. Okay, how we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And if you don't like what you did with the white, you go back in and you put the blue back. So far so good?
I don't know, Cindy.
Okay, show and tell. Spotlight on Melissa. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so the tapping across your path looks like a step ladder. So what you need to do is go in with your blue and put your blue back in there and use a small liner brush then to tickle some of that in.
Yeah, I didn't have as fine of a chisel point as you did for some reason.
So
that's a good remedy.
Some new brushes. You use new brushes. Has to be a new brush. Has to be a good new brush.
That's something to think about.
Nothing that is a little frayed.
Add to my list. Yeah, I'm afraid.
Not afraid. Frayed.
I know, I was kidding.
Okay, let's see. Unmute Ruth. How you doing, Ruth?
I'm okay.
Got something to show me? No?
Okay. Where am I?
Oh, beautiful. Yep. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. Yep.
Working on the path up there.
Awesome. Let's see. We've got. How you doing?
Not too good.
Okay.
I'm kind of thick.
Okay, so what you do is, first off, bring your path in the back all the way up to the horizon line.
Oh, okay.
Because it looks like your road just stopped at a dead end.
Right.
The road's closed because it was a blizzard, but
Okay.
kind of curve it over toward the moon.
Okay.
Due straight this way, curve it over to the moon.
Okay.
Okay?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yep. Try
Okay.
that.
Thank you.
Let's see. We've got Deborah and a friend.
And a friend, yes.
Hi, friend.
My friend Tiffany. Hi.
Tiffany?
Yep.
Hi,
Tiffany, but she
thank
doesn't
you for-
spell it right.
Thank you for joining us, Tiffany. How far have you gotten?
Well, we cheated because we didn't have the keys.
That's okay.
And we're just using up my supply that I've got hanging around the house anyway.
Perfect. Oh, yes.
Nice.
Tiffany, closer to the, oh, beautiful.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for coming, and I'm just so happy that you're here. Okay.
And I didn't find 2 salsa jars. I do have a pickle jar though.
What's it look like?
It's a little taller than my salsa jar,
That's okay.
but I figured that's okay. We can't get the thing off yet.
It'll be fine. It will be wonderful.
Can I ask you a question about the jar, Cindy? Does it have to be smooth on the sides? Like I can find a salsa jar, but I've got right handy a mason jar.
No, that's okay. Don't be sorry. You're fine. It doesn't have to be smooth. Okay, I suppose it doesn't have to be smooth. If you're painting directly on the glass, it doesn't have to be smooth. If you do a wrap, which I hadn't anticipated, but I've been thinking about it, if you do a wrap, then the smoother the better.
Okay.
And the dust that we need.
Okay, so Ophelia,
Yes.
how are you doing? I saw you just base coating.
Yes, I'm not even caught up to you guys yet.
That's okay. You got more than plenty of time. But
Yeah,
thank you for being here.
I've been running behind everything all day.
Oh, no rush. Don't feel rushed. This is supposed to be an enjoyable, relaxing experience.
Okay, I'm gonna try to catch up here.
No worries. We're here for you.
Okay.
Let's see. Have I forgotten anybody else? Helene,
Yes.
did you show us what you were doing?
Yes, I did. Trying to fix that.
Oh, yeah, better. Yep. What you can do is, if you want to make it narrower at the horizon line,
That's right. Okay.
bring the white from the right side in
The right side.
so that
Okay.
you're angling it more this way than having it
Right.
be thicker there. But yeah, the rest of it looks wonderful.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think mine looks more like steps than the ladder now, at least.
Okay, let me see. Oh, yeah. So when you go across with the paint, you don't necessarily want it to touch the edges of the snowbanks, because then it looks like like the snowbank drifted into the walkway.
Mm.
So some of the big blobs, like at the bottom of that walkway, is a big blob of white on yours, and it carries. Stop that.
Well, I want to see what you're showing me.
Oh, well, and I wanted you to look at yours.
Well,
You have right about here, you have this big piece of white. Like, I'll show it to you, but I'm going to erase it as quick as I can.
No, it's okay. You can show mine. It's a little glob.
Right, this glob that's right here.
Oh.
So it looks like it's an addition, just a carry-on of that snowbank.
Okay.
So you want to try not to have the paint, when doing the walkway, touch the snowbanks, the sides of the snowbanks. Okay, let's see. Let's do some windows on our church. And I'm going to go back with the midnight blue. And I'm going to use my 4 round, but I'm going to flatten it. Remember, we flatten it so it's like a chisel. It's wide here, but it's flat there. And we can put in a doorway right where that pathway is with this door. Maybe we can make it a little taller. More like a barn. And if that's too big of a brush for you, go ahead and use a liner or a small flat. And it's okay if the white background shows through a little bit. It's fine. I am going to take my liner brush, if I can find what I did with it. And some of that midnight blue. And I am going to do a circle up here. And then I'm going to do a little square in the front here. And a little square on the side. Is that Lito talking in the background?
Oh God, you can hear him? Yeah. I'll close the door.
Hello. Hello, Penny. Make this a little darker right there. So far we did the side loading. We popped some white snow in there. If you want to go pop some more in little areas. Because white it takes a lot of white to get solid color. And so I didn't have a lot of. Okay. On the side windows here, I had made mine rectangular, but if you want to make them cathedral, whatever looking, you can always do a point and have it come down, a point and have it come down. You know those windows? Like that. So you could do something like that instead. I thought about this after saying I should have called this like Oh Holy Night or something like that.
Oh, Holy Night, because it's a church.
Yeah, I don't know.
Winter Wonderland.
Thought about it. When you're ready for the next step, I am going to turn up my heat first. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of the blue and the white together to make a light blue color. Or like a medium blue, not too light. With your fine liner brush, if you want to pick up some of that color and draw little lines, some taller than others, along this horizon line. And don't do them all the same height. If you want to do one over here, you can do a tall one right here. And then I'm going to tap in some fir trees, some evergreen trees. And I start with a narrow tapping, and then you can wiggle them thicker at the base. So you start with some gentle tapping, left to right, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Tap, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle. Do the next one. And if you want, if they get too close and you want to separate, just separate them maybe with some dark blue. Tap that in, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Tap, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle. this one dark over here. You want them to show up, but you don't want them to be as bright as your church. Make this look a little different. Tap it in and wiggle. So you can do different values of this color depending on the ratio of blue to white. And the more values you have, the more natural it will look. And don't forget there's a roof up here, but there are trees behind it. Lauren, you know, you don't have any trees in front of it right now. Let's separate these. So this big one here, tap, tap, tap. I'm gonna wiggle, 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 wiggle. You see it?
Yeah. You can see yours.
If you would like some bushes in front of your church, barn, if you turned your church into a barn, you can do that too. I'm just going to tap in little half circles. And I'm going to draw one of those deep midnight blue lines just down the sides in between the left and the right side of the church. Maybe I'll draw a light, this light value down the middle of my door. You want to give yourself some window panes. You can do it with this lighter value, or you can go and do it with the darker value over top. Is everyone up to me, or I should hold off? I should go down.
Let's see, I need to do some windows. The windows, that's it for me. I think I'm up to you. I've got the trees and the little, I need the darker blue trees.
Everybody's busy working away. Mm-hmm.
Need some music. So did you see the poll that I put on the thing about what we like best about Christmas?
No, I haven't.
Well, I noticed that we didn't really share out, I didn't share out or put a lot of information on the event, and I had a couple of hours beforehand, so I added some things. And I did a little poll and asked what people like best about Christmas or the holidays.
Yeah.
And the answers that I posted were like eating, shopping, decorating, giving gifts, getting gifts, entertaining, traveling. So if you haven't already, if you have access to that later, just go in and fill in yours. We'll see which things get the most votes, I guess. Okay. My windows at the top of my little church kind of look like I don't know, sad little eyes.
That's okay.
I have to fill in with some more white.
I just love sharing. I like baking my cookies.
Oh, I meant to put baking, but I don't know if I did.
I like decorating, but I don't like having to put it all away again. I'm gonna put out a fresh thing of white, and it's like, did I use warm white? Yes. Come on, I know you're in there. I'm going to pick up on this is like a 10-aught liner. I think it's 10/0. Anyway, so I'm going to pick up some of this white, and I'm going to place it down in a tapping motion down my roof. You see how I created that? Started with the paint up in the corner, made a V, and then I didn't necessarily connect it, but we can connect it. Make a V, kind of like a triangle, of just tapping that with the white. So you can now go down this side, keep that blue line showing. There's that roof line, keep that blue line showing, but tap it with on top with some of that white. And if you want little icicles, you can bring some down. So I'm gonna try to keep a little bit of that blue showing between the bell tower and the roof, the wall, the front of the building. Tap some of that color in, and then if you want to drag down an icicle or two, and go across the top. And you can lie it down like this, so you're not like that. You can lie it down like this against it, and you can roll it left and right, and it will create snow on your roof. See how I did that? It stops you from making a line. It makes you make a jagged pattern. I'm going to take a side load of this white. Nope, sorry, wrong one. I'm going to take a side load of the deep midnight blue or Payne's gray, whichever one you're using, and work it out so that it's very thin. And I'm going to put it underneath the roof. Throw it over my snow. And then let's go down this side. Take a little bit of that, and we're going to go down the side of that as well. So then when you put your icicles on, that shadow, that shading, you can see them better. See that?
Oh my God. I looked away. I was painting and I looked up and you did something really remarkable. Look at that. Wow.
So with a little bit of that blue color underneath the eave, the overhang of that roof, you can add that and then your icicles will show up. Tap some of that into the, make it like a cloud. So if you skip that, if you skip the blue mix across the sky, you get these clouds going on, and you can go right into your moon. If they get too bright, all you have to do is take a nice thin wash of midnight, deep midnight blue and go over them. Have I lost anybody?
It's just drawing or painting this intricate details.
So let's see what you got. Oh, pretty.
Not to the icicles yet.
That's okay.
I was redoing the top of my church because it was messed up.
Nope, looks good now. Like all your trees and your snow. Awesome.
These are hard.
Well, they can be. But we're gonna put snow on them, so then they'll be all better.
Oh, goody.
All better. Let's
Oh,
see.
goody.
Helene.
Yes.
Oh yeah. See?
It's messy. I feel that when I started off with the shading, I lost it then. I didn't get my shading like I should have, you know, like I had. Then I started making the edges too, you know, like thicker, like to make it like snow mounds. And I feel like I lost my vision or whatever you call it.
So this,
It got messy.
okay, hold on.
Excuse me.
This area here, let me see if I can do it on a piece of paper. So you have the hill that comes here and the hill that comes here.
Right,
And then you have this path.
right,
This hill, it like blends.
right,
Right now these blend, right?
right.
So if you want to separate that, go in with the side load of your blue and go like this.
Oh, okay.
Try that.
Okay.
And then I'll check back with you.
Okay, thank you.
Ruth, honey, how you doing?
Oh, okay. Well, I had, my barn was bigger than the doors and the windows. So I've been playing.
Oh, pretty though. It's beautiful. Yeah, I see myself walking through up to that church or barn or whatever you want to make it.
Yeah, it will be a church. On that steeple on the top, very top, did you outline or just put more or less snow?
I just tapped in snow.
Okay.
I just tapped in snow, so.
Okay, doke.
Very beautiful.
Well, I'm working on it.
You could be able to like decoupage that onto a piece of wood, or you can just frame it.
Yeah. I have done that.
Cool. It's exciting. Okay, did Helene do you want to show me what it looked like now? Oh, see?
Yeah, it's getting better.
But it
Whoops.
separated the hills. So now
Yeah.
you have two separate hills, which is great.
Right.
Are
it
the
gives it-
trees back there? Because they look like they are, but they're very dark. So you want to lighten those up a little bit.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Thank
that's
you.
wonderful. Let's see. Ophelia, how you doing?
Oh, I'm trying.
Oh, that's pretty. Yep. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So when you do the snow on the roof, it doesn't have to be outlining the edge because the snow can go across the top of the roof too. You know,
All right.
I have it horizontally, but whatever. So it's not necessarily an outline. Let's go to Debbie. What do you have?
That's Tiffany's.
Oh, there she is.
That's mine.
Wow.
Very
Nice.
nice.
She still's got to put snow on her path in the background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, because I saw this big black or dark line. I'm like, okay, there's no snow there. Why not? But are you having fun?
Yes.
You glad you joined your friend Debbie?
Yes, I love painting with her.
Awesome.
Cindy?
Okay, hold on. Where are you? There you are.
Would you demonstrate how you did the icicles again, like from the tip,
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that.
like the snowy?
Okay.
Yes.
Spotlight. Okay. So. If my building is here, okay, when I drew the icicles with my liner brush, I have some paint here and I kind of just drag it down and lift off. Drag some paint down, drag it down and lift off.
Okay.
See that? And then over here, you'd have a lot of paint here and you drag it off. So where's my liner brush? Pick up my liner brush, tap it on, and kind of like tap it down, drag it off. Put it on here, put it on here, just like that. You can tap it on, but you can squiggle it out and then drag it down. We got Debbie, we got Ruth, we got Colleen, Ophelia. What you got to show me? Oh, look at that. Look at her trees.
It looks great.
Cool. Yep, that's cool. That is
It's
cool. The circle window on top of your front doors probably could be a little bit bigger.
all right.
And then you're gonna put some window panes in or window whatever mullions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be great. Let's see, Terry. Hello.
Hello.
Look at you. You are quick.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that
I'm gonna
great?
get some trees in though.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but you can tap those suckers in, no problem.
Looks great.
Thank you.
That's awesome. See, I knew you'd catch up in no time.
Well, it was a mess a while ago.
Yeah, but you recovered excellently.
Now, I just have one question, Cindy.
Sure.
Right
here on my roof. I need to bring that white over.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put
See, I
some,
got like a hole in the roof.
you can actually like put some paint. So if this is, oops, let me spotlight me so you can see. So you can put some paint on both sides and have the icicles coming down. So I put a line of blue here on this side and then brought and shaded underneath it, and brought the icicles down.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Let's see, so did I miss out on anyone? I think I got everyone. I got you right, Helene? Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's see what's next. Oh yes, I wanted to add snow to the trees. And you can do that with either your fine liner brush or your fat liner brush. But I'm going to take some of that white color again. And this time when I tap it in, I'm just going to I'm going to go sideways, be very gentle and not cover all my trees. I don't know if you can see that just yet, but. I'm just laying the brush down. See that? And if you keep it to one side, then you can keep that separation between them. See, that's a little too much because it's such a small area. I'm trying to, now we have some snow on some of our trees here. And then we can put snow on this one. And if the tree doesn't show up as much as you would like it to, you can take some of this dark blue and tap it underneath the snow that you put there. And maybe it'll show up more. You can always go around it. A little bit more of a side load of the darker blue. I'm going to paint this solid white under here. Let's see. So I'm going to pretty much call that done. And I'm going to start working on the rest of this key. So we can do little snowflakes or little stars, whatever you want to do. Kind of twinkle your way around this piece. What you can also do is spatter that with snow, so it can be snowing out, actively snowing out in that area. Oh, we forgot to put this. I need to put some snow on our bushes over here. There we go. What?
The brush is not doing what I'm asking it to.
I didn't train it. You didn't train it.
No. It's like so much fun trying to get what you're doing. I look up and it's just nowhere close, but it's close enough.
There we go.
Perfectly happy with it.
You got glitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you're done with it, you cover it with some glitter.
That's a good plan for pretty much anything.
Trying to straighten up my line here. If you don't have a straight hand, you can always put a piece of tape there. You're doing those lines. What I'm going to do on this piece is actually, if on the diagonal, if you draw some lines, you can do like a candy stripe. Only do it alternating blue and white. So put white up here. So see how that,
Oh my God, it's adorable.
so if
I
you,
like it. I can't.
if you want to incorporate some silver, you can put like silver up at the top, silver in the middle, silver on the end. What did I do with my silver? There is a shimmering silver, but I find it really thin. And this Traditions, DecoArt's Traditions, True Silver covers much better. And so you can take some of that silver and we can I have a lot of water in my brush right now. I don't know if you can see it. You can do that. If you don't want these snowflakes here, just go over them with silver. So it's like blue, silver, white, blue with your design. White, silver. My snowflakes show through it. Blue and white, and then we can go over here and do silver in the middle. And either keep that blue or do that silver. You put snowflakes down there if you wanted. You could put a crystal down there even. Wanted. I'm gonna go and put some ice crystal glamour paint. It comes out. take some ice crystal glamour paint and you can go over your snow. You can go over your trees. I wouldn't go over the moon in the church with it probably, but add some to the snow on the roof. Again, you can't, I don't think it really comes out of the, onto the camera very well. I put some over the white areas. That'll dress up the white areas. Oh yes, I like that. And if it doesn't show up to your liking, there is glamour dust powder, which I seem to not have with me at the moment. But you can take some of this other crystal glitter stuff and sprinkle a little bit on while it's wet. Knock it off. And with an old brush, you can always brush it off of the areas you don't want it. And it will dry on the areas you do want on. Can you see that?
Oh, wow. That really sparkles. Wow.
So I glittered in the white areas. We can rebase the silver, a little brighter silver.
Lots of the glamour dust. Is that the silver bling glamour dust?
You can do the both the brush on and then do the sprinkle on. Make sure the other areas are dry before you do the sprinkle on, so that it only adheres to the parts that are wet. Now, for the luminary, you can do many things. I mean, I'm going to go back with the white on this, and I'm going to deepen my white on my peppermint area. But pretty much this is done, unless you want to put a nice gem down here or a snowflake. You can do a stencil of a snowflake. But on the luminary, you can always take this design and enlarge it to the size of your jar. It's like, now I lost my jar. And I know it's not far away. Oh, there it is. Now, I didn't get my sticky off, and I should get my sticky off. But if you measure the flat side of your jar, you can take that whole area and cover it with canvas paper, or you can paint on cardstock, but it would be, the moisture would ripple it a lot. So you can do canvas paper and cut it out the width of the jar and paint this whole scene, add houses and things like that along the way. And you can put that around your jar to make that a luminary. Or we can take our paint adhesion medium for multi-purpose sealer. And I'm not going to paint all the way around my jar, but I will go around it I'll do part of it.
We need to take a picture of everybody's ornament too. When you get a chance.
Oh, true. Are they, well, let's see if they're done.
Okay. So are you gonna paint that scene on the jar right now?
Well, I'm going to see what I can do on the jar. I'm just going to, right now, I'm going to put the paint adhesion medium on part of the jar.
Oh. Huh. Won't let me unmute everybody at the same time.
On half of the jar. Yeah, do that and find out where they're at.
Okay, so Deborah, Helene, Ophelia, Ruth, and Terry, are you done with your
Keys.
I'm not done, but I plan on doing it.
So can you show it for a picture, or you still want us to wait a few more minutes?
Yeah, no, I'll show it.
Okay.
And hopefully next time it'll look better.
You're fine.
All right. Oh, good. This is great. Hold on, I gotta get.
Oh, I'm going to get Ruth and Deborah and Tiffany and Ophelia. You don't need to see the back of it, Ruth, the front.
I can't see if I'm in the camera or not.
Okay, now over to your right. Up,
Right.
up.
Okay, Helene.
To the right, go to the right.
Here's close to your face. Yeah, there.
More so. Up
Okay.
and to the right, Ruth, up and to the right, up and to the right, up and to the right. A little bit more, a little bit. Ah, just right,
Okay, good.
just perfect.
All right, I want Deborah's there. Okay, and Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Oh my gosh. Okay, smile,
Smile.
everybody.
I put glitter.
Very nice.
We love glitter. Glitter is our friend. So again, you can take your pattern, enlarge it, and do the whole thing. All I did was brush some adhesive medium over my glass area that I'm going to paint.
Oh, really? I thought you put it in, I thought she always puts it in the paint.
Put it in where?
Carol always puts it in the paint. She picks up a
Yes,
little
you
bit.
can put it in the paint too. You can go either way.
I could if I could find it. I don't know what I put it.
But I put it on here, but you can put it in the paint as well. So, let's see, paintbrush. Get all the water out, obviously. If you want to leave areas, like if you did it on a canvas paper, you could have it so that you would do cutouts, like twinkling stars, twinkling in the sky or the moon, and you can like cut it out and have the light from the luminary come through it. But I'm going to do just an outline. See how we can take this design and oops, I suppose you can't see that because I'm on the wrong thing. Okay. So I roll my paper in here and see how you can see the design through the jar. And now you can take that. Where it is. And you can go in and tap in, like you can tap in the blue for the path.
With glucoside and things, I think white, I have white.
And you can tap in the trees.
Can you hold it close, more up in the middle?
Oh, sorry, hold on.
Okay.
That's the whole thing is I normally I would tape it in there. Okay. So you can tap in the trees on the hill. And you should always get a fresh thing of paint. But I don't have it. I am not putting in the snow. Okay, I'm not putting in the snow. I'm just tapping in the deep midnight blue. There's a path over here. You can bring that down. You can tap in this bush. I would go in and I would put in
Oh, so shit.
and if you know how to do a tree with a fan brush and you prefer to do it with a fan brush, go right ahead. Because this is bigger, so you can get away with that. Where that path is, I would definitely go in and put in my white building. But I might go around the windows so that when I put my candle through that window, it will show up as like there's somebody home at night in the church.
That's so cool.
And around the steeple area. For the roof, I might go ahead and put in the blue. So we did put our little cross on with the silver.
Oh, yeah.
Put the cross on with the silver. Oops, I just cut that off too tall. Now, if you want this solid color and you don't want the light to shine through, you'll probably need to put a second coat, most likely, on here. Okay. That across, tap some trees in here. And after, I would do a second coat of the blue, but then you can go ahead and tap that white in for your snow on your trees, just like you did on your key, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take a side load of the warm white. Okay, let me see before you do this, because again, I am creating as I'm teaching. So I want to put some white here, but I was thinking of, you know how you can buy snow in the store?
Yes.
I was thinking what I'd like to do is, so far I have that on here. Everything needs a second coat that I have on there. But I had some snow once upon a time. It used to be right here. But say for, this is very coarse glass. but not that you can see it, but if you could. So see, if I push this against that, how you see the snow through it?
Oh, yeah.
So if you have the snow showing through the bottom like that, you have that all filled up and you can set your tea light on top. What I would do then is for the rest of the sky area, take that blue, and if you have a moon, obviously you're gonna leave the moon untouched. But I would go in and paint the rest of the sky blue so that you see the light shining through the windows and then on the tops of some of the snow. But otherwise than that, in the moon, you'd have it there too. So if you have it. And I'm just gonna go into my computer. Now when you, because all of this is gonna be the same, the trees, the roof. Make a little area for the moon. Right? Bring that around.
Come on. Just be good, okay? Just lay down right here. Be good. You want to sit
And
right
now I'm gonna go and, so when that's in there, you tap in the white on your tree and your trees will show up.
Mm. I can't wait to see how it looks with the light in there.
Clearly he can't either.
He doesn't want me to talk anymore. You're not very nice. It's not my fault you can't paint.
All is welcome at Paint with Heart.
It's called Paint with Heart, not Paint with Cats. Okay.
Let's see. So really it's gonna take a couple coats because it's here. And let's see. Tap that in. Tap that in. Get some of that snow in here. Down your path. Side of your path. On your bushes. Tap it in on your roof. Have some icicles if you want. I don't want to cover all the snow because I want that other kind of snow to show up. Tap the snow on your roof. Make those thicker. You can do everything that you did to the key, you can do on this. And you can even add more because it's a bigger area. Add some snow to the roof. into the, takes a lot of white, not a lot of blue. Hello. Tap in. Well, I don't have a tea light, but if I do this, the light's out, and I do this,
Aww. It shows it.
so the darker you paint the midnight blue, the less light will show through. So you want to get your scene on so you know where you have to go with your dark blue. And if you get all your dark blue on, you don't really have to tap in the trees with the dark blue. You tap in the trees with the white. I'll show you. Blow dry it out. And then I would tie like a silver ribbon around the top. And you can put some of that glitter on here too, on the snow. I should put my little, oops, put my little cross in on top of that. There we go. So I went straight across. So if I have the snow here, and my snow hills go down, up or across, but don't cover all that snow. And then go and take your tree brush, and instead of tapping the trees in with the blue, you can just tap them in with the white. You can always, remember we mixed the midnight blue with the white and made a softer blue? So you can do that and tap some in with a softer blue and do the different shades. Have some more dark, a little bit more lighter. That's what that, so you don't even have to tap them in with the dark blue to begin with because you painted the whole back a dark blue. Make sure you vary the height so they don't all look the same height, little duckies in a row. Now if the moon's shining over here, you can have the dark side on the opposite side of where the moon is shining. Remember how we did the fall foliage scene
Uh-huh.
where we had some hardwood, leafless hardwood.
Uh-huh.
We can add leafless hardwood to this as well.
I was watching something the other day. Now I can't remember what. Maybe it's Love Actually or something. But they showed the fall season, fall trees and foliage,
Yeah,
just like that.
so
And
you can add,
I saw the deadwood sticking out. I'm like, hey, that's what Cindy's always talking about.
deadwood, yep. So you can add your deadwood in here.
Oops.
And if I can focus that for you.
Aw, that's pretty awesome.
So then what you do is you go back. Let's see, I'll put a little bit more snow over here. If you want to do that side load, you can do the, make sure you can't have a lot of water when working on glass because it'll just bead up. But you can do your little side load underneath here across the bottom. So when you put your icicles on, they show up better. Tap in the bush, do your little icicles. And then, what was I gonna say, tap in some across the walkway. If you leave the bottom unfinished, then you'll have the real snow sitting there. So it's like the base for your tea light. What was I gonna do? If you wanna do your window panes, your window sections, this is gonna look more like a house, but whatever. Oh, glitter, that's what I was gonna do. Stick some glitter on here, on the snow. Always have a piece of paper or something under so to catch the excess glitter. And you could always put it back in your glitter container. And this isn't very fine. This is almost very coarse, but so you see how that shows? And again, gently, if you wanted to, scratch it off the areas you don't want. But be careful you don't scratch off the paint in the process. And that glitter might show up shiny in the luminary, I'm not sure. It's hitting the light on this side. I don't know what it does in the light behind, but at any rate. Does that give you a hint? I hope.
That's amazing.
I'll work on it after and finish it off and then take a picture. And I would put like a silver ribbon, I'm thinking, a nice silver ribbon. And again, we can add silver in there if you wanted to. I have some nice wide silver ribbon
Oh, how pretty. Look at that.
that, even if I fold it over. And it might take like some sticky, tacky stuff to put there.
It's beautiful. Oh, wait, I should take a picture. Wait. Oh, and did anybody else do the jar with the snow scene? Oh, maybe see. See if anybody wants to hold theirs up. Take a picture. That was gorgeous, Cindy. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I want to show you what I
You
did.
should put some something in it though. Hold on.
I did a snowflake.
Oh, pretty.
With a mandala snowflake.
That's very pretty. I'm gonna stick this in here.
I just didn't do anything with intricate details. My brain is hurting me.
So if I stick this down in here.
Oh, that's cute. That's perfect.
That you're seeing.
Your little crushed glass, though, looked really good.
Yeah, I would put the crushed glass before I put this stuff in here. And this stuff is really a pain in the butt, but I wanted to put something in there so you can see the white through it, but it's not working the way I want it to. Oh, oops, I lost my ribbon. We can always do some silver, like I said, if I had that sticky tacky gooey stuff that I hate, that would keep my ribbon on there.
Oh, just a couple of glue dots. Do you ever use glue dots?
Yeah, I got a bunch of those too.
I love those. Oh, I can't. Oh, look at that big one. Ophelia.
Oh, I missed it.
You missed it. You got to see what she did.
Hold on. There we go. Gallery view. Oh, you did that. Oh, look at she's
Oh.
there too late.
Hold it down a little bit, Ophelia.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
That's awesome.
Did you frost the top?
Yes.
Yeah. I like that.
Smile. Oh, smile. Smile, Ophelia.
And my tea light glows different colors.
Oh, cool. Oh, look at that.
That is so pretty. Look at that.
Yeah.
I want to go do that now.
The only candle I found the glow was more yellowish, but.
Is that your salsa jar or is that a mayonnaise jar?
What kind of jar is that, Ophelia?
This one here is just a pickle jar.
Pickle jar.
Yeah.
That's
And it's so
awesome.
pretty. I love that. And I love how our trees came out.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, fantastic.
Yeah, I thought about frosting the jar, but I didn't put frost on, etching stuff on the materials on the the list. So, but if you have frost paint, you can put frost it. I think this is going to look really good after I get the blue in the sky really dark, and then I can put some clouds across it like we did on our mix the blue and the thing together and then kind of put some of the clouds through there. I think it'll be fine. And then the only thing that will glow here will be the moon and the windows and the snow area that come through. But so there you have it. And it is 5 past 5.
Does anybody else want to share theirs?
Hold on, let me let's see. Spotlight. Deb? Oh yeah. Look at that.
Look at that, ladies. Great.
Beautiful.
Let's see here. Hold it up for the picture. I love taking this group shot. Okay, everybody
We're doing
smile.
hold on. You want a group shot with my face in it?
Yeah, that would be fantastic because I love your face. Terry, Helene, did you not do it? Okay. Ruth, did you do it? No. Okay. All right. Oops. Oh, well, I got it. Okay.
So that's awesome. Let's see,
Snapchat.
Deborah. And let's see, Ruth.
Yes. I just played with this and it really came out nice.
Let's
I
see.
wish I'd have done it on
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, she did it on the
Oh.
That's beautiful. Did you do the glow around? Did you add a glow around your moon?
I did.
Yeah. Very nice.
I
Very nice.
might have to frame it now.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let's see. Helene.
I didn't do the jar, but I was watching. And as far as the key, I really want to redo it.
Okay. Just do it on the other side, but let me see it again.
Yeah.
What don't you like?
It's blotchy like. I don't have an even flow, I find. But I love the idea you gave me about the separating the mountains.
The
or
two
the
hills? Yep.
I like that. I just, like I mentioned before, you know, like we're all on the edges here. I did it, I think it was all still wet and it just bothers me. So I'll just sand it and repaint it and I'll show you next week. How's that?
Okay, if you promise.
Okay, I'll do that. I don't know if I'll get the jar all done, but I'll work on that as well. But first I'll work on my key. Because
Okay.
I love the piece. I really do.
It's gonna be beautiful but sometimes, yeah, it does take, you know, a couple times to
Yeah, I'm just I'm slow, and you know if I rush I try to follow, but then my brain doesn't.
That's okay.
But,
I think you did an awesome job.
Thank you.
So I think that you could go in with just on that one, just touches of the deep midnight blue. And I think that with that, if you just bring some deep midnight blue back in with some washes or some floats, I think that you could save what you've already done.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of elements there that are fine. It's just, you probably feel a little overwhelmed with the white.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yeah.
So you just, in your hills, if you just bring back some blues,
right,
I think you can
that probably could work, yeah.
Save that without having to do it all over again. But then again, practice is perfect. So
I was just gonna say, yeah.
You can do the other side.
Right, definitely. Definitely, but I love the piece. I've never, you know, I would see these, but I couldn't, you know, think of like what could be done on them. And to see this, I love it. I really do.
Oh, wonderful.
I want it to be, you know, the best I can. And this isn't what the best I can. We'll see what my best is. It probably isn't that much more, but.
It's hard under pressure. It's hard when you're in a classroom. To do your best anyways. Yeah. When you're learning something, you're not always doing your best the first time.
Right. And it's been a while, so I'm trying to, you know, the pressure and I see you, how you know, everything seems to fall fine, but.
I know, she's got that. I think she's practices all night long.
I know.
Well, and
Helene, like over 20 years.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Over 20, almost 25 years now. But yeah. And Helene, you don't live that far away. So if you need to get together, and, you know, watch each other's hands and how we load the brush and how we put the paint down and stuff, we can do that too. We can arrange for that. I do have classes on Wednesdays here at the house.
Okay.
So let's see. We have Terry.
I was only trying to finish up my key.
And that's okay. Oh, look at that.
That looks
cool.
very nice.
You did the white shading.
Pull it down a little.
Right.
There.
Very nice.
And she did some shading there. Yeah, I love it. The only thing I'm seeing is it looks like your path into your horizon line
Yeah.
is all connected. It just is flowing
Right.
the horizon line down the path. So maybe put a little bit of white just on the path
Okay.
point. But are you going to do trees there?
Well, I was thinking about doing trees over this way.
Yeah. So whatever you want to separate that path so it doesn't look like the sky just empties into the church.
Okay. Yeah, we had about 2 or so inches of real snow last night.
Did you?
Wow.
Yeah, I got a picture on the Facebook of it.
I'll go check it out. Yeah, no snow for us yet, thank God.
It'll be coming.
Oh yeah, that's what you tell me. But I do love what you did with the shading and the highlighting.
I really like this. This is
Yeah.
so much fun. Like Elaine said, you never know what to do with the keys, and now we do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have to agree. And then even the handle, making it the peppermint or
Yeah,
stripes or whatever, I
look
want
at yours.
that.
It looks good.
Yeah,
I like it, Melissa.
thank you. I'm really
Oh, I
happy
like
with
the
how the
thing.
glitter came out.
I do
Yeah.
too. I like the glitter.
Yeah.
So separate
Very
the top
pretty.
section up here. So
Oh,
the
yeah, I went up too high. I was going to go back and fix that.
but that's really cool, and I like the little snowflakes on the ball at the bottom. And
Yeah. That's very pretty.
oh yeah,
I'll have
so
to do mine.
that's awesome. Everybody's carol's so awesome. So what do you say, Melissa?
I'm really happy. I think it's so great to see everybody. Everybody did a great job, and it was so much fun to hang out here with you guys and to see what you could do. It's inspiring. Thank you. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's get ready for next week.
That's right.
What is next week's?
Next week is going to be Happy Feet. And Happy Feet and a gingerbread cutout. So Happy Feet is going to be made on this little notebook. And I had a dream about this, that I want to do this for my children. And I want to do it for myself too. But I want to get pictures of my kids, one picture every Christmas from the time they were born to present.
Oh.
And I want to put it inside and have their name and, birth date and all that other stuff. And then when they turn the page, it's going to be their first Christmas, their second Christmas, and every Christmas they have.
Wow.
So it's going to take it's going to be a process because I don't have all that stuff on digital. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm going to have to go dig for it. But I'm thinking, wouldn't that be awesome present?
Beautiful. Yeah.
And I don't think there's 54 pages here for me, but
What size is that, Cindy?
this is a 4.5 by 3.25.
Okay.
So I'm going to gesso this top section, sand it and gesso it for next week. And then I'm going to do the same for the back, but we're going to decoupage, I don't know if you can see this, a napkin
Yeah.
on the back of it. And that is the main ornament. And the bonus ornament is going to be this gingerbread man cutout holding a rolling pin.
Cute.
Very cute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't wait to see that.
So that's what's going to be the bonus for next week.
Excellent.
So thank you all so much for coming today. I am so excited, and you honor me by joining me every week and bringing your warm hugs and smiles and virtual hugs and smiles. And I want to say that if you ever need me, you ever have any questions, you can contact me at cindy@cindyharrisonart.com. You can go to Paint with Heart on Facebook. I'm there as well. Ask Melissa all the time. So,
Yep.
so yeah, please, anything, any questions, even if it's nothing we did here on Paint with Heart, if it's anything you're anywhere you need to know something, if I can.
Legal advice, relationship
Marital
trouble.
advice, no.
Cindy,
Ready.
Cindy, do we just have the whole book on the front, the spine, and the?
If you're gonna paint it, you go right ahead. If you want to leave it black, don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Thank you.
But sand it before you gesso it.
Okay.
So until next week, same bat channel, same bat time. Always remember to paint
With heart.
with heart.